Hi, Alina. There is a question that comes very often. It's like I have a lot of experience, like personal experience. And people are asking if I have a very strong experience, personal experience. Isn't it that enough for me to guide other people, like to guide meaning to be a mentor for other people? What do you think?
How can I put this nicely?
Nicely.
No, it's not enough.
It's
It's not enough. And if this is a this is something that happens often. In fact, I've seen it more often than maybe I thought I would see it. High experts, high talents, people who are very good in what they do, they are either asked or they think they are ready to be mentors. They are ready to be mentors. This is amazing. It's a natural step in their career. This is a perfect step for somebody who doesn't necessarily need to be a manager, doesn't want to grow vertically, but wants to evolve in their career. So they are ready. What I've seen happening is that they struggle in the role. They think it's easy. It's not. They want to stop. Then they ask, who made me do this? So the answer is no, it's not enough. What happens most of the times is that because they are experts, it's actually worse for the mentoring relationship unless you are trained, unless you have all the context, all the tools, all the frames, and you make sure that it's like in medicine. First, you do not harm, and then you see how much good you can do. And what I've seen happening a lot is that they have a lot of opinions from their expertise that they just project on the mentee, whatever the mentee says. The mentee has one problem, here's the solution. The mentee has another problem, this is my solution. Do this because things will go well. So they tend to remain in their expertise, to have opinions, to give advice rather than being a mentor. And most of the times they completely disregard the mentee. They think they know the mentee. They think they understood the mentee just because they were an engineer, just like they were engineer 20 years ago. No, they are an engineer in 2026 with a completely different context from a completely different generation. We know very well there are differences, and with some expectation with the personal world and so on. So they tend to disregard what we do. We have a separate chapter in our certification, Know Your Mentee. We have the tools for the mentors to help them know the mentee and to adapt their approach to the mentee's context, beliefs, way of thinking, rhythm, pace, and so on. So, yeah, uh, it's actually it's a big responsibility to do it right and to be informed and properly trained. And I'm sure there are more, but I'm sure you have some to bring to us also.
Yeah, I was thinking when you were talking about the biases and the risk that
Mhm.
can appear if you think that your experience or expertise is just enough, you know? Like I
Yeah,
know it very well, I can share to somebody else. Yes, you can share it to somebody else, but you also have to take into consideration your own biases.
yeah.
Maybe there is the bias of authority. If you think that you're more expert than the person, or you have a hierarchical position higher than that person, there are a lot of biases coming there. Or you impose your own opinion, like you said, this is the solution. I try it, you do it the same. There are some beliefs also, you know, that I have. I have my own experience and I have my beliefs, so I can project on the other person this is how it should be because these are my beliefs. So there are a lot of biases. I like one of the biases that I saw very often. It's called the confirmation bias. It means that the person comes to you and says things that you would like to hear, you know,
Mhm.
either the mentor or the mentee, and the mentee is coming to you. And when you hear the mentee coming and confirming everything that you said, because you positioned yourself at a higher level, then you said everything it goes very well because he accepts and he or she accepts, confirms everything that I'm saying. This is a big bias. So you have to be very careful. So it's good that you have some expertise in some fields, but there are also a lot of soft skills and biases that you should look at and maybe analyze before working with a mentee. Yeah, I think.
And it's very well possible that you have it, or you have most of them, but the mere awareness and the structure, and to be sure that you're not forgetting something or not doing by taking the wrong approach, so to speak, it makes a difference in the mentoring relationship.
Yeah, I can share one of my own that I felt with one of my mentees. I felt like the things were not going very fast. The things were not going very fast, in my opinion, in my speed, in my rhythm. It wasn't my mentee's speed or rhythm.
Yeah.
So just be attentive. This is, you said, yeah, it's a simple, yes, but we are so into our own that in that moment you don't realize. I was just thinking, let's move faster. We had 2 sessions and things didn't change. Well, let's see. But my mentee in that situation was more reflective. So I had to take into consideration his way of working. And this is how the mentoring process should be adapted to the situation and to the mentee also.
Yes, and I'm happy that you share this because I remember in our certification, our delegates always ask us how we do, where we were vulnerable, what difficulties we faced, and how we dealt with them. So thank you for sharing your practice.
Thank you.